Oshkosh Media, opening access to local government on GovTV, providing a community voice on Life TV, and community-based radio on Oshkosh FM.
Welcome to Helping Hands with your hosts, John Neiman and Judy Ritchie.
Greetings and welcome to the May edition of Helping Hands. And yes, it's the John and the Judy Show. We are here to talk about what's going on in our community with not-for-profit volunteer agencies, their programs, and their wonderful volunteers. Where can you see us? Where can you listen to us on the radio? Go to Oshkosh Media's website at oshkoshmedia.org. You can find the entire schedule, not only for Helping Hands, but also for all the other wonderful shows that are airing. Also, you can listen to us on the radio at Oshkosh FM 101.9 FM. Also, we're on Spectrum. I have to thank our wonderful sponsors. We've been on the air for 16 years, and thank you to Aurora Healthcare for being a sponsor of this show and believing in us and the purpose of giving back to our community. And also Harnix for our wonderful set design. We're hoping that May turns out to be a wonderful month for everybody. And yes, folks, I'm back. I was gone, and while I was gone, it seems that Judy went on some field trips and had some fun.
Me? Doing anything of the sort without you? Well, yes, I did. And I visited a very neat organization. We were honoring them as Unsung Heroes. And I'll give the names of the volunteers, and then I'll let you guess where we went.
Okay.
Kay Kunzel Steenerson, Wendy Thompson, Denise Bittner, Kathy Stadler, Jean Collier, Pam Shettle, Ruth Olenek, and Debbie Laffin, Vicki Captain, Holly Bassford, Chris Kroll-Wood, Ann Grazier, and Alan Steenerson. Where do you think I went?
You went to an agency that needs the PR because they're wonderful in our community, but I have two children who are teachers and who've utilized this place, and I'm thankful for it. You went to the Teacher's Closet.
Yes, I did. And we had a really nice visit with Kay, who is the managing director. And we were actually honoring all of the volunteers over there as unsung heroes. But Kay was the one that was there that day. We've got really nice video of that visit. So we'll just kind of roll tape. This is our chance today to show you a hidden treasure in Oshkosh, specifically for teachers and students in the school district. It's called the Teacher's Closet. It's been in existence since 2011 and is housed in the basement of Peace Lutheran Church. Hi there. We're at the Teacher's Closet over in the basement of Peace Lutheran Church. This is the director, Kay Steenerson. And why don't you tell us what the Teacher's Closet is all about?
The Teacher's Closet was started 8 years ago. The idea was to supply teachers with the kinds of materials they might spend their own money on out of their own pockets, so they wouldn't have to do that, and that could enrich their classrooms. It's growing. Our main mission now is to supply kids in need with the supplies they need, but it's through their teachers. So a classroom teacher who might have students who don't have pencils, crayons, notebooks, whatever it is, they don't have the money or they can't bring that to school, the teachers can come here, they can get those supplies, and they can take them back to the classroom and give them to the students. We also have a lot of things just to enrich the classroom experience. So we have art supplies and craft supplies. We also do some special requests. We don't keep beanbag chairs in here. You can see we don't have a lot of room. But we do special requests. So someone asks for like beanbag chairs. Sometimes it's electric pencil sharpeners. One high school teacher asked for a special set of calculators that did a special function. So we do that kind of thing too. But our everyday stuff is the kinds of stuff that are in these boxes, which is washable markers, pencils, mechanical pencils, index cards, Post-it notes, rulers, pipe cleaners, whiteout. We also have hats and mittens, and even socks for the kids who might come without them. And then we have a lot of people donate items. These are things we don't buy that you might see around the room, and that would be puzzles, games. These things in the boxes are like teacher idea books. A lot of that stuff is just donated from retired teachers and teachers who maybe change grade levels. They taught first grade, now they're teaching fourth grade, so they switch it up. We have that kind of thing. We have some business offices donate us supplies. Bemis, for instance, brought us a lot of supplies when they went paperless. So they brought us a lot of things.
Before we go too much further,
Yeah.
The teacher's closet is staffed by paid staff or volunteers.
There's no one paid here. Everything is volunteer. We are open Wednesdays and Thursdays from 3 o'clock to 5:30. And if you're interested in donating items, that is the time we would like you to bring the items when we are open. We're also open the third Saturday of the month, which is from 9 o'clock to 11:30. The kinds of stuff we need, we always need pencils, plastic bags. I buy these every week. We always need dry erase markers because now the classrooms will have whiteboards. So those are a really big item that are always gone. But we take gently used games, puzzles, that kind of stuff is really nice too. And we don't buy that, so it's nice to have a supply of that around. What we don't take is old computers, VHS tapes, any old textbooks, no loose worksheets, anything that would be dirty or worn out.
Okay, brought you here on a little bit of false pretense, but not really.
Oh, no.
Okay. We definitely wanted to be able to promote the teacher's closet.
Okay.
And like you said, when you were on before, you got a little tongue-tied.
Yes, I
Today
did.
you were very natural.
Well, I'm in my element now.
But
I can tell you a lot of
John
stuff.
and I, along with the Friends of Oshkosh Media, the whole group, along with Sean Dockery, would like to present to the Teacher's Closet volunteers a certificate of appreciation, calling you the unsung heroes of the community.
Oh, how nice is that?
So
Wow.
that goes
Oh,
for
I'm gonna
everyone.
blush.
Sean has sent kindness bracelets, and I'm sure
Okay.
you've heard those.
Yes, thanks.
And then just a little token of appreciation to keep things bright.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank
this
you.
has been so fun working with you all these years.
Thank you. Oh, man. I'm usually behind the scenes. I'm not usually the person out here.
No,
So thank you very
this has
much.
been really good. It's a hidden treasure that so few people know about to be able to donate to, or even for the teachers, as much information as you get out,
Right.
that they don't
Well,
know.
we do have our Facebook group page, which is Oshkosh Teachers Closet. You can join that group and you can get information almost daily about what's going on here.
Almost daily, several times a day usually. Well, just thank you so much for being with us.
Go Transit is a reliable, cost-effective, and safe way to get around Oshkosh. Riding the bus is easy. It all starts with planning your trip. You can plan your Go Transit bus trip using one of our route maps, which is also available on the Go Transit website, Google Maps, or by calling our office. The bus only picks passengers up at designated stops. Make sure to arrive at your bus stop a few minutes early. When the bus gets to your stop, hop on board. If you need to, ask the driver to kneel or lower the platform for you to step into the bus. A ramp is also available for passengers who use wheelchairs. Before finding your seat, pay your bus fare. You can either pay with cash in the fare box or simply show the driver your Go Transit bus pass. Take a seat, enjoy the ride, and keep an eye out for your stop. When your stop is next, pull the stop request cord to let the driver know you plan to get off the bus. Make sure to pull the cord before the bus reaches your stop, as it will only stop at stops where people are waiting or when someone requests a stop with the cord. Once the bus comes to a complete stop, you may exit out the front or rear doors. Do not cross in front of the bus if you need to cross the street. Wait for the bus to drive away and then cross the street when it is safe. Go Transit provides over 1 million rides per year and is proud to provide transportation services for citizens and visitors of Oshkosh. For routes and times, fares and passes, or detour and alert information, visit ridegotransit.com or check out Go Transit's Facebook and Twitter pages. Thank you for riding Go Transit.
Welcome back.
And welcome back to you. That was so much fun visiting with Kay, and to be able to show the community how much stuff is in a small area that's basically a Santa's workshop for the teachers and the students in the community that can't afford the supplies they need.
What a well-deserving organization to get our May Community Unsung Hero Award. So thank you to Oshkosh Media and to Helping Hands, a fine pick.
And Sean Dockery from State Farm Insurance, who does the kindness bracelets that we distribute also.
Right, so that was wonderful. And now we're going to talk about a brand new program that is at Aurora Medical Center in Oshkosh. It's a program that did start in the big city of St. Luke's and Sinai, and we're bringing it to Oshkosh, to our wonderful hospital, to patients on 2 West, and it's called the HELP program.
And it's the Hospital Elder Life Program, and as a member of the Committee on Aging representing so many seniors in the community, it's something that's long overdue. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how it evolves.
So am I. It's brand new, and the way that this program works for you as a volunteer is that you would come on board and I would do all of the regular things that I do to get you on board, which is the background check, the quizzes, which are HIPAA and safety, the health program. When that was done, if you decided you wanted to be a volunteer in this program, then I would hand you off to our newly hired HELP nurse who's running the program, Heather. She would interview you and she would take it from there.
And with that, some of the things that we see that are going to be happening with this, or we hope are happening, is a lot of times when people are in the hospital or if they've had surgery, they start having memory issues. And so the nurse, the volunteers with this program are going to work on maintaining that cognition of being able to, the physical functioning, encouraging folks up and out of bed, going to the bathroom, making sure they use their walkers, make sure they use their call buttons appropriately, all of those kinds of things. And while it sounds like, well, we're kind of babying people, no, it's not. It's trying to help our elders maintain their independence.
Definitely. And I would say anybody who's been in that hospital setting or even in a setting with the doctor, we always encourage people not to go to your doctor's office by yourself, because if the doctor is giving you information that is unsettling or unnerving, you stop listening. You need someone else there to be a set of eyes and ears to hear for you. And that's what this program is about. Now, I recently was in the hospital for surgery, and I can tell you myself, I was disoriented in coming out of the anesthesia and listening. Everybody was talking at the same time. And I just wanted to know what day it was, what time it was, and what was going on. And that's why this brand new program that we're calling the Help Volunteers, they're there to do that. They have a little more training. So they have 8 hours of training, and then they get to job shadow someone doing it. And they also get to wear a special red vest. And the red vest will tell the rest of our staff that you are a specially trained volunteer that is going to be there to help them.
Right. And I can really speak to the need for the program, because just in the last couple of months, I've had 2 people near and dear to me that have been in the hospital. And one is my 89-year-old neighbor and has no local family. So they called me out of the middle of a meeting one evening to go and check on Mom. And I spent the next, 2.5 days in and out of the hospital with her, visiting with her, kind of coordinating things with the nurses and the other staff and making sure that things were done. The daughter did come down from Minnesota, but it was then we tag teamed. That's important. Even though my lady is very able to do things most of the time, she's low vision, but capable of doing many things. In that hospital setting, with the meds that she was on, she wasn't tracking as well as she normally would. And so having that extra set of eyes and ears is really good. And one of the things, too, in addition to this particular program, there's actually a legal document to be sort of an advocate and helping making informed decisions through everything. Because there's lots of paperwork, and are you in for observation? Are you in for treatment? How much of this bill am I going to be paying?
Right. And for this, now you might be thinking, help volunteer. It sounds very serious. While it is serious, you're not giving any medical advice. You're not doing anything medical. You may be playing cards, playing games, helping with puzzles. You may be doing some hand massage. You may be listening to the radio and the TV. One thing that you will be doing is documenting.
Yes.
You're going to be documenting how much did the patient eat? Did they have an appetite? How much walking did they do? Were they sedentary? Did they sit or did they walk? All of that information that you're documenting as a volunteer is going to help the care providers with their treatment.
Right. And one of the things that we see, and we really try to avoid as much as possible, is readmissions. Our doctors don't like seeing it. Our insurance companies don't like seeing it. They don't want you home and failing. They want you in as good a condition as possible when you go back home, and that you're going to be committed to following through with directions so that you can be independent, so you can do for yourself, so that you can be healthy. And that's what I see this. And playing cards is not a waste of time.
No.
When you stop to think about it, it's your reasoning skills, your just even identifying hearts, clubs, spades, whatever, or the different shapes for putting together puzzles. Those are all occupational therapy tasks that people think are just playing games. But it's a medical assistance.
Well, when we used to go either to Evergreen or to Bethel, Miravita, some of the students there would play games with the residents, such as cards or trivia, and those students would be in awe of how the residents would beat them at things, either because they gained from their past experience or because they started to remember the things that were going on. So like you said,
absolutely,
while it may be a game, it's really helping all of their cognitive skills and their reasoning. So remember, when you hear the word HELP program, it stands for Hospital Elder Life Program. So there is a registered nurse in charge of this who is then answering to a doctor, and they're planning the care for these people. So when someone comes into the hospital, they're evaluated. And if they meet some of the criteria that is needed, they'll be put into this program with their permission.
Yes.
And then a volunteer will be assigned for them. So in this instance, we do want to have regular volunteers with the same person. So we're asking you to commit 3 to 4 hours a week, which really is not a lot when you consider when you volunteer and do something you love, 3 to 4 hours.
And the other thing is that these are not people that are in the hospital long term.
Right.
They may only be in 2 or 3 days.
Right.
And so that first day, there's so much stuff going on that this intervention is not going to be there'll be the observation part of it, but the intervention with a volunteer is not going to be of much value until the next day. But it's getting that person more alert and more with it and more able to understand directions, to be able to understand their medications and what the effects are and everything. So it's such a winning situation for everybody.
And when I first was told that we were going to have this program at Aurora Oshkosh, I went to the nursing students and the retired nurses, but then I kept thinking, this is for anyone who has a heart and a passion for helping people, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a church a worker, a church member. Anyone can be part of this program. So my contact information is on the screen. That would be your first thing to do, is to call me at 456-7013 or my email, john.nieman@aurora.org, and just say you want more information. We will get you set to be a regular volunteer, and like I said, then the nurse specialist will take it from there with the specialized training, watching some videos, classroom things, and then actually shadowing someone.
Right. And you can look forward to, in the next few months, that Heather is going to be out in the community. She's going to be coming to the Committee on Aging. She's going to be coming probably to the Senior Resource Group, working with folks at the ADRC. This is the program. This is how we can help people. This is going to be keeping our seniors safe, because safety is a big issue.
And we've talked about things before. There are volunteer programs in our community where you don't need the health background and you don't need the background check because of the work that you'll be doing. If you're outside doing lawn raking or things like that. But most programs now today, you have to do the background check for the safety of the patients, the visitors, and the care team.
Well, for the volunteers too, because when I did Meals on Wheels, we were sending folks into homes that the county had asked us to be observant for possible abuse. We didn't know what we were walking into in some of those situations. You never do. And so it protects everybody. And in this day's society, background checks are the norm. They're not the unusual part of any applying, whether it be employment or volunteering.
And the other aspect for us as volunteers, for us in our clinical setting, is the health information, which is basically, are all of your shots up to date? They'll run a TB blood test. And then for us, during the flu season, we offer flu shots to all of our volunteers to keep them safe, to keep the patients safe. So that's the basic training that I do. But then you're going to get specialized training to be a help volunteer. And I do think it just takes what you have in your heart to be this kind of volunteer, because it's a caring nature. It's nurturing. And I think about this. We started this cookie baking program in the clinic. And I kept thinking, and I was getting negative reaction in the beginning because to sit there and bake cookies for our visitors and our patients, some people said, I'm on a diet. I'm not going to sit there and smell.
I'm diabetic. I'm not supposed to have sweets, but I'll take 2.
Yeah, exactly. But I found 2 people, Barb and Joan, who do it twice a week. They don't want to miss their days because they love it. In fact, Barb, in the setting that she was in before she moved, used to bake for all the residents around her too, because that was her way of getting over the grief of losing her husband and moving. And they both love it. So not every volunteer task is right for every person.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Some like to be sitting at a desk and working on the computer. Some like to be like Donna, out talking to everybody down the hall. And some are in between. And just like a pair of shoes. You've got to find the right fit.
Yeah, definitely. And I will tell you that every person that does come to Aurora to be a volunteer, we find the right place for you. We do self-scheduling, which means you pick the place, you pick the time, and you pick the length of shift that fits in with your schedule. So,
And you don't need to get your sub.
right, and you don't need to get a sub if you can't make it in and you're sick. Thank you, Judy. You don't need to get a sub. We take care of that for you because we appreciate the time that you give. And I'm very excited that we were allowed to have this opportunity for the second segment to talk about the HELP program. And again, if you're interested, contact myself at 456-7013 or john.neiman@aurora.org. We have a place for you at Aurora Medical Center, Oshkosh.
And I'm Judy Ritchie. I am community advocate and a volunteer with John.
And I'm John Neiman with Aurora Medical Center. We're just excited. This was a great May show from the Unsung Hero, who's well-deserving, who aids all those teachers, which then aids the classrooms, which then aids the parents. We appreciate you. And also contact me if you're interested in the HELP program. And we're wishing you a blessed summer.
Thank you.
Pickup is at 8:30 in the morning. Her appointment is at 9:15, and her return should be at 10:45, and then you have her again on Monday the 18th. And you have a great rest of your day, and please drive safely. Take care. Bye-bye, hon. Bye. My name is Sandy, and I do all the scheduling for AdvoCap Volunteer Transportation. We transport a lot of children to supervised visitation with a parent. We also do a lot of transportation for our senior citizens and for veterans. We take the seniors and veterans to their medical appointments, dental appointments. And we also have expanded the program. We try to get them out into the community as much as we can. We take them grocery shopping, to the pharmacy. We've taken clients to the movies. If they want to go out to dinner with a friend, we transport them to their dinner appointments, and then we pick them up and take them back home.
Hi, I'm Frank Moletsky. I'm a driver for AdvoCap, a volunteer. I do this because I'm told I have to do it to get out of the house so my wife has more free time. If you like to drive and you're easygoing enough that you can talk to people on a regular basis, there's a lot of interesting stories, a lot of interesting individuals. It's a fun thing to do.
We need drivers desperately. The AdvoCap Transportation is funded through a grant from Winnebago County Department of Human Services. And our drivers do receive a mileage reimbursement for the amount of miles that they drive. If someone is out there, they have no idea what they can do, call us.
If you're looking for something to fill your time and meet new people and don't mind having a lot of conversations with a lot of different people, with a lot of different stories, come to see AdvoCap. They'll be happy to put you through the paces and see if you can qualify to drive.
All you need is the heart to give to other people, to know that you are helping someone that desperately needs to go see a doctor. If anybody is interested in becoming a driver, please pick up your phone, call AdvoCap, or go online and check out our website. Put yourself out there to help someone else that is in desperate need of transportation.